Hey coaches, this is Coach Parker with CoachParker.org. How are you guys doing today? Hey, I've seen a lot of new coaches on the forum and emailing me asking about their practice plans and what they should do and all that good stuff. And a lot of them are rookie coaches or kind of new coaches. And so I thought I would take, even though I've got some practice plans out there, which you can find on the website that are free. There's a template, and even in my private site forum over at Facebook, I've got templates that you can use. I thought I would pull out an actual 7-8U practice plans for the first 6 or 7 practices here and kind of show you what we were doing. Now, we're experienced coaches, and so we don't write everything down. So I'm going to try to go through some of this, but we do have these templates that we use right here, which you can see on the screen. If you're watching the podcast, you can go over my website and see the practice plans. But this is the template I've been using. Basically, this was used in high school. My coach put this up. I've used it. I like it. It's been modified a little bit, but you can see there's times there and there's people's names. We try to put the coaches' names there. And I try to send these out 1 or 2 or 3 days ahead of practices. Usually we have these 6 to 8 practice plans already put together for the first 2 or 3 weeks. And so it's easy. We just kind of update them for names and then print them out. So here we go. Before we get started, please like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Head over to Coach Parker for 400 free coaching articles and YouTube videos and all that good stuff. So again, please subscribe. Hey, so here we go. This is the first practice that we have for a 7 and 8-year-old group. And you can see it's a 2-hour practice. We can only practice in my current league 2 days a week. And if there's no game, we can practice 3 days. In my old league, we could practice 3 days, which was great because you could have an offense day, defense day, and then a come together day, and then the game. So you'll just have to adjust this. This is for a 2-day-a-week practice, which seems to be the majority of teams that I come across. So you see, I've got special notes here. I've got the date and the day. Special notes, kind of what we're trying to accomplish. Anybody's out or sick or special anything, that'll go there. Pre-practice, I like to get there on Lombardi time plus 15. So I get there really before any kids get there. And then we set up kind of pre-practice stuff. You know, when kids get there, we just don't wait until everybody's there. We start. So on this first day, we get them throwing footballs so we can look at them. If there's any centers, we get them to snap. And then we start checking equipment. Usually this first day is probably just shoulder pads and helmets. We're not going to do any hitting usually on this first day at all. So it really depends on the heat and weather here in Texas on this first practice, whether we have them in full pads or whatever. It looks like this day we probably just had them in helmets. And so we're checking their chin straps, mouthpieces, and that stuff. And just so you know, it's for younger kids, first day of practice, chin strap issues will be a big deal because half the parents don't know how to get the chin straps are all tightened up properly and set. And so you'll have those issues. So make sure you have some people or enough coaches to help you deal with that. So our practices officially start at 6 usually for traffic here in the DFW area. I try to have a practice objective of what we're going to do that day. And I read this out to the kids. You know, this is what we're going to do. And as a team, we're going to try for perfection. And there's other stuff there. But I also have these rules, which I go over with the kids the first couple of practices. And then we'll get into kind of like, so that's a 5-minute kind of coaches talk. We have the team together in the middle of the field and we're going through what our objectives are, what we expect from the team and all that good stuff. And this first practice really, as you can see from the top here, is really kind of a skills tryout. And I need to spell right, intro kind of practice here. And so this first group is my co-assistant head coach that I've been coaching with for almost 12 years now. He usually takes the parents and goes off for about 30 or 20 minutes, and we'll have a parent meeting at the first practice. We've already called them, we've sent them information, the team letter, the guidelines, and all this, but we're going to now have, if we haven't had a kind of preseason parent get together, which we do sometimes, he will have an official parent meeting, usually at the 1 and 2 practices, to kind of meet everybody in an official organization. He'll give all the official stuff and go over that. I will take the kids and do the name game, which is a name repetitive game, and I have circle so we can learn everybody's names. It was funny, somebody was asking about not using tape on helmets. I haven't used tape on helmets forever because we've been using this name game probably since about 2008, where we do these repetitive name games, memory games here. It takes about 20 to 30 minutes, but it's well worth it because after that, pretty much everybody will learn everybody's name. And there's a few stragglers, but it's pretty good. And then he'll do that, and then he'll come back over, and and he may still be in the parent meeting. Then we'll do dynamic warm-ups. I do about 10 things. This is not going to be a major thing. These kids are 7 and 8. A lot of them have a ton of energy. So I'm not going to waste a ton of practice, one on stretching like you do in high school, because they don't need it according to all the medical doctor information. And I'm not big on conditioning and wasting a lot of time for that, especially at this first practice, because the importance of this first practice is really to look at the skills guy, center quarterback, and find those kind of people quickly. We probably already have an idea because we've picked these kids from a draft, a league draft. It's not select, but it's select. Your first practice will probably definitely go faster. But so we kind of know. But so we do this dynamic warm-ups. It's pretty quick. You can see it's 10 minutes, boom, boom, boom. We may have an agility course set up with ladders and things, but this year we're doing dynamics. Coach Witt is still over at the parent meeting, and then this next pod is, we like to try, just because it's a rec league and everybody's wanting to play quarterback, we found if we do a pop pass pod with little routes, we can find the quarterbacks and skill players fairly quickly, and we'll do this about 30 minutes. There's usually 2 or 3 pods going on. We watch and see what's going on. We have center snapping if they can. And so we'll see who wants to play quarterback, who can center, who can catch, and we're taking notes, and we may even be filming this. And so that's, even though you're not really going to probably throw very many passes at 8 and 7U, we like to see the kids that can do that, because that's going to tell us really skilled kids fairly quickly if they've at least thrown footballs in the backyard with their dads or brothers and understand what's going on. So we'll do that. And it also, if Coach Witt is still over at the parent meeting, it's a fun and cool drill that we can do as we're getting set up. And then we'll do a 20-yard dash with everybody, winners, losers, and go through that whole thing. We don't do 40 at this young age. 20 is pretty good. And then we will get right into an intro to offense, kind of the formations we're going to use, possibly one play. If we have enough time, I may do defense. So we may try to intro on those, and we're using those the t-shirt kind of thing, where we have them already set up and they're on the ground and kids can look at them and we can go over positions. But probably the first day is just offense. And then we may do a Z drill if we get to it, which is a quickness drill. It's like an L drill. It's the same kind of thing. We're just looking for quick players and how they can move their feet. And then we're probably playing a Rams on Rams chase game, which is, forget, it's like Deer Hunter or something like that. So we're doing kind of a chase game. We may play ultimate football. So now we're just trying to see which kids can run and chase guys and see all that. And so we'll get through that right there. And then that's about 2 hours. And you can see it's not a lot because you don't really have a lot of time. But this first day, we're just really trying to get ourselves introduced, find out who the fastest kids are, find some skill guys, and kind of intro stuff. So that's really the first day for us. And we're not really going to hit that much with these young kids at that point. The second practice is actually, we're probably introing into hitting and introing more into offense and defense. You can see tackling, blocking, basics, offense. We probably have an idea after the pop pass drill on the first day who the quarterback is and running backs. Pre-practice, we're still looking for quarterbacks and the centers, though. So we know the skill kids probably. We probably know the centers by now or have an idea who we want to put in there. And so pre-practice, we're looking at that. Once again, let's see, we'll do the 2 lines, which is we set everybody up, and we'll do a quick name game, run through that. If Whit has to go over, or Coach W has to go over and talk to the parents, he may do that right here while I'm doing dynamic warm-up, stance, cadence, ready, set, hut, go. And so this is where we're doing the dynamic warm-ups on the cadence, so everybody gets a look at that, and then we'll do stance kind of in there somewhere. And so that's where we're introducing stance and our snap count right here. And you can see it's going pretty quick. We're moving right in, and now we're going back over into offensive holes and formations. We'll have the t-shirts laid out again. We'll start moving kids in and having them stand by the t-shirts, identifying where that's going. So we're introducing that again for 15 or 20 minutes. And now we're bringing kids over in the second practice, and we're doing a whole blocking drills where we show them, violent shoving. That's really what blocking is. You're just pushing players out of the way, and how to hold your hands and what we're looking for. We'll probably set up a board drill with a bag so the players can block a guy straight back, and we'll just see how they fit and form, and then we kind of look at that. And then we go over and Coach is doing, I guess he's looking at he wanted to do more quarterback tryouts in this particular practice, and I'm looking at center snaps. So I'm taking the lineman over, he's taking the skill guys. I'm trying to look for a center, he's trying to look for the quarterback, because those two things are critical, because the most important thing is getting the dang ball off. And so then we go to form tackling. So we're introducing the Seahawk tackling. We've been using that for years. It's really light hitting on this little kind of angle drill where you have them on their knees and they roll, and we talk about all that. And then we set up the offensive team, and we have t-shirts, and we may get rid of the t-shirts at this point, but we'll try to introduce in a team concept 1 or 2 plays and kind of show how they work. And then we're going to do probably the Rams on Ran Chase game, and then we're ultimate football, and then we're out. And so you can see that's the 2 practices. We're looking for quarterback, center, skill guys, introing, offense, blocking, kind of form tackling. And then the third practice is where we're going to hit. And we do this fairly quickly. We were waiting a little bit longer, but we have moved this up in the last couple of years, that the third practice is definitely filmed. We're hitting, we're trying to find the tough players, who is ready. And so we'll go through, and we tell everybody the third practice is the hitting practice. And 2 lines, we're doing tackle fits, blocking fits, how to engage. And so now we're doing a little form tackle, angle drill. We'll probably start out with the Seahawk on your knees, and then we'll progress into a full-blown, they're hitting at 100%. Here, this next piece, we're introducing defense, is a defensive intro, and I just throw this out there real quick. We've got t-shirts down, then I'll move kids in, and we'll show how they can move in and out of those defenses. And I'm not trying to get them to know this right away. I'm just introing it so they see it and they understand it. Then we'll go to a blocking pod, so everybody knows how to block, and that drill is out on the website over at coachparker.org. And then we'll do offensive breakouts. Coach W has the backs. I have the linemen. We're talking about how to set up and stance, and Coach Witt's over there, this is the formation. This is where to align, kind of doing walkthroughs. I may put a jaw stab. Everybody's down blocking inside, which I call jaw. We'll do that. So we've kind of introduced blocking, how everybody lines up, how everybody should step. And then we get into a small or big Oklahoma or Texas swing. Really, it's a half line kind of thing. And we're just letting them kind of hit each other and see who wants to run the ball in traffic. They're so small. No one hardly gets hurt at this age. People are starting to get hurt at 10 in select, 11 in rec, because things are going faster. But these guys are like little pinball, bouncy balls. They're bouncing off all of everybody. Then we come back and do the Rams chase game. So that, and all that's filmed and we watch it. So that was the third practice. The fourth practice, now we're really getting into kind of our normal practice routine. And you can see this on here. We've got, and usually the first practice is really, you've got offense is about 70% of it. Defense will maybe be about 30%. And we may switch them back and forth on our one or two practices for the week. So this practice looks like there's a lot of offense going on here. Hip lunges, punches the bag, blocking, engage. We're doing a lot of intro to blocking here. We've got breakouts. I've got what I want to talk about as far as rules, but that's not, that's a lot there. We probably did 2 of those. Coach W. Witt will take the backs and probably install 1 to 2 plays a practice. If they're dive plays, it'll be simple 2 or 3 plays kind of thing. We've got a tackle station. We try to tackle and block every practice with these younger kids. Then we do offensive breakouts again. I'll do defensive review or tangling. I'll angle tackling. Sorry, I'm trying to go fast because the time limit here. I'm almost at 20 minutes. And then you can see we have half scrimmage after those drills. And so you can see what's going on there. Fifth practice is still kind of like a normal practice. Again, we're kind of in and we're rotating drills, but we're kind of in our normal thing. You can read what's on here. I don't need to read that. And we're starting kind of our normal setup of practices. Sixth practice is kind of like a normal setup again, maybe a little bit. And we're introducing new things every day. 2 new plays, a little bit more defense, a little bit more tackling, a little bit more. So it's stair-stepped, and we prioritize it on what's worked for us in the past within our system. We're not doing a lot of conditioning. We're not doing a lot of stretching. We are going fast, and we are introducing stuff. And you can see here, it looks like as a team in the 6th practice, because we've probably done a power I, or an ace kind of formation. And now we're going to introduce the beast at team. The beast for Coach W. Witt, who does the offenses, is his second formation out of the I or an ace kind of thing that he runs. And so we're introducing the beast tank and wedge here, which are pretty easy plays for me to install. You may want to introduce those earlier, but we're going to introduce you here. I install those as a package together because they're easy to see and kind of do what's going on. And so we'll start that process there. So that's our 6 practices there. That should get you kind of far along. It's after the 2nd practice, you're probably introducing 2 plays on offense a day under 1 formation or maybe 2. Defense, I'm probably getting the 70 in and 6-3 and a tight tackle, wide tackle thing, and that's about it. So but I'm really, for the first scrimmage is what kind of I'm preparing for, is we're preparing for just base stuff. And we're just, that first scrimmage and these first practices, we're really just looking for the kids kind of understand what's going on, kind of where they're going to line up. And then we're looking to see from there who can flow in scrimmages kind of well. So that's what's going on there. So if you get that, here is kind of a pre-scrimmage game practice plan here. basically pre-practice stuff, let them go to the restroom, what we're going to try to achieve. Special teams, defense, offense, kind of walkthroughs, kind of a team break quick. We organize the team together, get everybody together, and then we'll do a scrimmage or a game. And so that's kind of a general pre-game scrimmage kind of thing we do. Pre-game, we get people there an hour to an hour and a half ahead. We do an hour and a half if we've got a lot of late people, because we know we've got an hour. This is a practice plan, last practice before a first game. We'll do walkthroughs, and we do this game simulation drill, which is offense, defense, special teams. And we'll do this for the first 3 or 4 games, where somebody like I'll play usually the referee. Coach Whittle has his wits coaches. There will be guys on the sidelines. It's just like a game. The game simulation is on coachparker.org drills. You can see how that's good. But we're trying to get the kids used to playing in a game. They'll drive down the field and score. The defense will come out. They've got to set up right. There'll be penalties. There'll be a kickoff, a kick return, all that stuff. And so all these people are subbing in, subbing out, which way to go, where's our sideline. So everybody gets used to that. That's kind of what that is. And then this next one here is after the game or after a scrimmage. What we do is we have all the issues from the game here. You can see we make sure that that then becomes part of our practice plan, and we introduce that there. And we try to work on those problems that we have in our next practices. So that's kind of the first practices and kind of a template that we do and have used for 12 years or so. So I hope you enjoyed that. And you can go over to coachparker.org and check out all my new playbooks. I just finished off the pistol formation ebook. There's like 16 or 17 ebooks and playbooks over there now. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you get a chance. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Like it if you did. Again, this is Coach Parker with coachparker.org. Remember to play for fun, and winning is funner. Ciao. See you guys next time.